We're gonna go how to set up your finger block for training. Mine is called a Porta Edge. I think each company kind of has their own vernacular for what they call their edge block, but I'll just call it edge block for lack of better words. Okay, so most of them are going to come with a sling through the block as such. Now, there are two different ways that we can add weight, and there is also a way to use this where we don't add weight at all. I'm going to show you first the two different ways that we can add weight, and then I will go through how you use it without adding weight whatsoever. The first way that we can add weight, and this is the way that I prefer you use it, I'll go over why, is with a lifting pin. Okay, so you can get one of these from Amazon or really any kind of like standard sports goods store. I even think they may have it at like some major chains like Walmart or something. It's not very expensive. And what happens with the lifting pin is you're going to put weight plates on here. So you do have to have weight plates to use a lifting pin. You're not going to be able to put like dumbbells or kettlebells on here. So you're going to need the kind of weight plates that have a circle. And you will put the weight plate on the lifting pin. You're going to take your carabiner and you will clip it as such with the orientation, making it possible for you to use the hold that you want to use. So remember that you are going to be kind of pulling up. So make sure that the edge you want to use isn't facing down. You want that edge to be such that you can grip like such and you're going to be pulling against it. The second way that you can add weight to the edge block is just by girth hitching a weight. You can use weight plates, you can use a kettlebell, you can use a dumbbell, whatever, and then you would go through the same process and clip your carabiner onto here. Now, the reason I don't like this as much is that it is less stable. So if you are using weight plates or a dumbbell or a kettlebell, the lifting pin is going to keep everything really stable and not rocking back and forth. When you use things that are girth hitched, they tend to kind of rock back and forth a little bit more, and I just don't love it. I did it for a long time like that, so you definitely can do it, but just as an FYI, I think that if you're going to invest in one of these, then go ahead and get the lifting pin because it just makes the experience of using it a lot better. As I mentioned previously, there is also a way to use this where we are not adding weight, and that is with an overcoming isometric. So you are going to hook your edge block into something that will not move. So like a squat rack, I've seen people girth hitch it over bolts when they're outside. Anything that you know that you can put a substantial amount of force against and it will not let you pull back on it. So we don't want to do this like around a chair or something, then you're just going to fall over. So this is essentially hooked into my wall, and then I'm going to be pulling against this like such. We can also put a piece of webbing kind of around our feet. We could pull up against our own legs in that manner. We could do it standing, we can do it sitting. So you can get pretty creative if you need to use this where you don't have access to weights or a lifting pin, and that is another way that we can get some load, some stimulus without having to actually add weight while we're using this.